is a ray which starts from point O, and the name of this ray is OA. Here is another ray which is OB, and both rays meets at common point which is O. And here at point O where they meet, there is a angle. The angle is this. It is an angle. Therefore, we can say that an angle is a figure formed by two rays meeting at a common endpoint. Like this. It is a common point and there are two rays OA and OB, and here is an angle. Now just observe this angle again. Two rays and a common point O where an angle is formed. Now this common point A, which is called an initial point also, is its vertex, and two rays OA and OB are called arms of an angle, or we can say they are legs of an angle or sides of an angle, etc. Now let us understand how to name and denote any angle. So here is an angle and we use this symbol to denote angle. How? Let us see. O is the fixed point, or we can say initial point and common point of these two rays. So OA and OB are arms. That's why we will write like this: angle AOB. Angle AOB. Always remember that this vertex of an angle comes in between. So angle AOB or angle BOA. Either we can write with the name of this vertex also, angle O. As well as there is one more way to write angle. We can write by a small letter. Here we can give the name a small letter X and we will write angle X. Instead of a small letter, we can give the name of any number also, and it is angle 2. And you know that angle can be formed by two line segments also. Yes, two line segments with a common endpoint also form an angle at that point. Like this, there are two line segments OA and OB. They are also forming an angle. The name of this angle is angle AOB. Vertex is O and arms are OA and OB, but they are line segments. Now see, here is a clock. In clock, it is a minute hand and it is hour hand. Now, when this minute hand moves towards 1, there is an angle which it makes, that is called an angle. In similar way, two hands, minute hand and hour hand, also make angle between them, like this. Similar way, when it moves towards 6, when there is a 6 o'clock, there is also an angle between two hands. At 9 o'clock, there is also an angle between two hands. When it is 12 o'clock, it completes one rotation and there is also an angle. So, measure of an angle. Measure of the angle means the amount of rotation. And just like the standard unit of length, weight and mass, there is a standard unit of measurement of angle too, and it is degree. And the symbol of degree is this. So when this minute hand moves, it completes one rotation, and one complete rotation measures 360 degree. See here, there is a ray, and if there is one more ray like this, it makes an angle and measure of this angle is 15 degree. It is the angle of 45 degree. Let us solve few questions with this property of angle that one complete rotation is 360 degree. Here is your first question. If a circle is divided into 8 equal parts, what will be the measure of the angle of each part? Just understand the question. Here is a circle and this circle is divided into 8 equal parts. Now we need to find out what will be the measure of the angle of each part. So what we need to calculate? Angle of each part. So how we will calculate? At first, angle formed by one complete rotation equals to 360 degree and number of parts equals to 8. So angle between one part, that is 360 degree by 8, which is 45 degree. Next question is about this nail. 10 complete turns are needed to screw the nail right in. How many degrees is it? We know that angle formed by one complete rotation equals to 360 degree and total number of complete turns equals to 10, which is given to us, and we need to find out angle in 10 complete turns. So it is a question of multiplication. Just multiply 360 degree by 10 and it is 3600 degree. Next type of question is like this. What fraction of a complete turn are 180 degree and 60 degree? Let us solve first. For 180 degree, we need to find out 180 degree is what fraction of the complete turn, and we know that a complete turn means 360 degree. So fraction, how we calculate? 180 divided by 360. Solve it. 18 ones are 18 and 18 twos are 36. It means 1 by 2. So the fraction of a complete turn for 180 degree is 1 by 2. Second is 60 degree. Again for fraction 60 degree by 360 degree, and when we will solve this, it is 1 by 6. So in mathematics, what you need to do? Yes, practice, because practice makes perfect. So do practice.